All right, now one of the things that we want to start talking about here is buying cars safely. There are some risks involved in buying cars on Craigslist, primarily physical risk. You always want to meet in a well-lit public place, and in my opinion, you should always bring a friend. There have been news stories of people, especially on Craigslist, being assaulted for their cash when they go to buy a car or to look at a car. So you should always meet in a well-lit public place, a gas station, a McDonald's, and bring a friend or two. You can never be too safe, right? And make sure that that you're safe when you're going out to buy these cars. Pay attention to verbal cues on the phone. Okay, when you're talking to the person over the phone, do you trust the seller? If you sense that maybe there's some trust issues, you sense that maybe there's something going on, spend more time over the phone and less time face to face. Try to kind of get out of the seller what their intentions are, what their motivation is for selling. The longer the email conversation, the better as well. So if you have more conversation via email or via text message or any conversation before you actually meet with them face to face, that's better because that builds a trust both ways, between you and the seller and between the seller and you. Always want to do that. Be wary of a seller who's in a hurry to sell or who is applying pressure. Okay. Oftentimes, a seller who is in a hurry to sell is really trying to get to a deal, or he's trying to commit fraud, or he's trying to, he or she, I should say, is trying to pull one over on you. So be careful with that because it's not good negotiating to be in a hurry, right? And most sellers know this. Most sellers know they shouldn't appear to be overly anxious to sell. So when somebody is overly anxious to sell, that should raise a red flag, and you should be very careful as to find out why they're applying pressure, why they're in such a hurry to sell. You need to find the answer to that. And always, 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 when it comes to Craigslist, do face-to-face transactions. It's really important that you keep your transactions on Craigslist face-to-face. The problem comes when people want to do this transaction offline or on the internet, and they say, hey, I'll have my shipper, send you the money. I want to use Western Union. I want it, all that stuff, forget about that.